Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we'll be reviewing the Yes Jackpot. This board is available in 4 sizes, 152, 154, 156, and 158. This board features Yes's 242 cam rocker, which is 2 millimeters of rocker, 4 millimeters of camber underfoot. You get the snap and pop of traditional camber from underfoot, but then you get the rocker out in the tip and the tail, which is going to be more playful, give you better float and powder, and better ease of entry into turns. I rode this board in the spring at Copper Mountain on a day that was overcast. Sometimes there was like bluebird pockets poking through. The snow was firm and fast, firm and deadly. You know, I had groomers and chunder and slush and basically everything that you could imagine in the spring. And I rode this board with my K2 Thraxis boots and my K2 Indy bindings. This board has a middle of the road park flex, so you've got a little bit more play out in the tip and the tail, and then it's stiffer underfoot through the middle with an abundance of torsional flex. At high speeds, you'll notice a little bit of chatter and flapping out in the tips, but it never really resonates back underfoot. In really rutted out terrain, it doesn't get bucked around, and a lot of that is due in part to the wider platform that it has. Basically, this board's stable where it counts. This board has the perfect flex to pop ratio in my opinion. It's easy to engage, but there's still snap and rebound. You want to launch off a cat track, hit a roller, do a side hit, go for it. Get in the park, hit a jump, small, medium, large, you're going to be fine. This board pops easily. You don't have to really worry about engaging it or loading it up to get that rebound. It just sort of feels like it's preloaded and then it pops. With this board being slightly wider, it makes it awesome for buttering. You can really get out on that rocker and that nose and the tail and just lay into a butter and just feel it lock in. And there will be a little bit of rebound and fight from the board, but not anything to worry. If you know what you're doing, you're going to lock into a butter and just be able to hold it. And the same can be said about jibbing. That sweet spot in the nose and the tail locks into presses. It locks in so easily, you can just keep your weight out over it and just really hold the press, then pop off the end of the feature. And with it having camber underfoot, it locks in and slides perfectly as it hugs the feature, and you just sort of scoot right across the rail. Basically, this board is just super well balanced for park riding. When it comes to carving, this is where this board just shines. It's so superb on edge. It feels like it just wants to lock in and crush everything in its path. Short, tight, quick carves, long, hard, drawn out ones. You just feel so dialed when you're on edge on this board. It just pushes through everything in its path and continues on its way. It's one of those boards that it's quick edge to edge. You don't really have to worry about setting up with it. But when it is on edge, it's so locked in and dialed, you don't have to worry. Say you're on edge, you're coming into a feature, kid gets in your way and you gotta just zip right around him, go for it. You don't have to worry, that board's gonna drive. You can really feel the drive off the tail of this board and that center flex really working to your advantage. So who's this board for? It's for the park guy that's gonna crush the whole resort. So I always forget how underrated the Jackpot is. This board just blew me away when I got on it. It reminded me of the fact that I've been overlooking it for the last few years, and it's solid. That wider platform just gives you the stability you want. The side cut is so dialed. It's a board that you can just crush the whole mountain on and never really have to worry about it, but still have that whole park focus. Comparable boards. The Arbor Westmark Camber, can't stress that enough. The Capita Outsiders. The Rome Buckshot. This has been my review of the Yes Jackpot. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the content we've got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you'd really like to support us and you really want to see us grow out what we're trying to do over here, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.